Hello, today's devotional can be found in the Bible dictionary under the word knowledge. One of the attributes of God. Knowledge of divine and spiritual things is absolutely essential for one's salvation. Hence, the gospel is to be taught to every soul. How shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? Knowledge is not obtained all at once, even by revelation, but line upon line, precept upon precept. Alright, so here's the thing. God is knowledge. God has all knowledge of everything. He knows what we're going to do, but he's not going to stop us from doing it, simply because we do have the right to choose for ourselves. And we have the right to learn the lessons that come with choosing for ourselves. And we have the right to deal with choices as we will. Salvation cannot be achieved without knowing what it is and knowing how to achieve it. And it cannot be achieved without an understanding of it. And an understanding of God's love and our place in his plan and in his kingdom, because everyone has a place in God's kingdom. Nobody is excluded that wants to be included. But he's not going to force anyone to be part of his kingdom. So those who don't want to be part of his plan, well, they can perhaps do whatever they want, those who don't want to be included. But there will be consequences for them, because every choice has a consequence. And the consequences are not options, they will happen. Every soul has the right to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. Every soul has the right to make the decision for themselves whether or not they want to believe the gospel of Jesus Christ. Every soul has the right to decide whether or not they want to believe. And every person has the ability to do what they will with what they learn. And the knowledge that comes because how can we choose to believe or disbelieve someone we've never heard of? We need to know of God and know what he is and know what he teaches before we can actually make an informed decision about whether or not to believe in him. And we cannot make an informed decision, a complete, accurate decision on whether or not to believe in God unless we understand what he's all about. And that's just a fact. That's for anything. We can't really make a proper decision on anything unless we know and understand what it is and what it's for. But the knowledge that we seek doesn't come all at once, because we'd simply be overwhelmed by the knowledge if it came all at once. We cannot be afraid to seek after that which will help us. But we can't expect all the answers at once. God's going to give us a little bit at a time so that we can understand the basics before we come to understand the more difficult parts of things. We cannot be afraid to have patience in obtaining knowledge, because we are all very slow learners. We take our time in learning and believing things, and God knows that, so he's only going to give us a little bit at a time. And when we're ready for more knowledge, he will give it to us, but only when we are ready. Because he doesn't wish to overwhelm people to the point where they'll hate learning. And that's the facets of knowledge. God has knowledge and he wishes to give it to us, but at our pace. For he is a patient, loving God who understands our limits. I mean, this is the way we learn and grow. And with that said, I love you all so very much, and I say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.